Okay, before I even start, this feels very heavy. I'm getting a very heavy feeling around this. So just a warning. Okay. So what I'm getting with this is I'm getting a very strong feeling here. It's like I'm not being taken seriously. You're not listening to me. I'm trying to get my point across, and it's you're not listening. That's what I'm getting. I think this is a love situation. I think this is a relationship you're in. Obviously, this isn't for single people. So I'm getting a very clear thing here. So I can see already this is probably going to be quite yeah, it's yeah. Okay, anyway, okay, so there's blame here as well. There's a conversation, there's blame. Yeah, it feels as if someone wasn't communicating properly. They weren't treating you properly, or you felt like that. And I think what happened was maybe you went a little bit quiet. You tried to speak your turn. You tried to say your side or whatever it was over and over again. Then you just gave up, and I think you just went a bit quiet. I think, because I'm seeing you kind of staying out of someone's way, just kind of thinking, I don't know, I've tried everything. I'm just, it's like you just weren't yourself. You just didn't feel like yourself around this situation or this conversation. And what I'm getting is there's this word reflecting. So it's like someone was unhappy with you, I think. They're unhappy with the way you were acting, the way you were kind of retreating into yourself, but you were reflecting them. That's what I'm getting. You were reflecting them. You were acting like that. You were feeling like that. The way you were was because of the way they were acting. So it was like you were reflecting what they were doing. And it's like this backwards and forwards. You're both kind of reacting to each other, and in the end, you just retreated backwards and forwards like these two coins going up and down. And I'm just getting them. They're bringing up things that were sad, things that were happening, and it was like at this moment. So they're saying, oh, I didn't do that, you didn't do that. And it was kind of like they were talking about immediate things. But for you, I think this was kind of the straw on top of another thing, a whole lot of other things that happened way, way back. I think this went way back. I think there's a pattern of their behaviour that goes way back, actually. Yeah, it goes way back further than what's happening today or yesterday or whatever. Yeah, and it was just one more thing that was stacked up on top of a lot of other things. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm really, really going to mess my words up, I can tell already, because it's a very, very stressful reading. I can tell it already. So, okay. So yeah, I think if you're still going through this difficult thing with this communication going up and down, not going anywhere, the communication's obviously there. There's some communication that's happening, but it's not getting anywhere. It's not leading to any conclusions. It's just kind of going around and around in circles like these coins. Very, very frustrating. I'm really feeling this frustration myself. It's almost like when I get very frustrated in real life, I can hardly speak. It's just like, oh. So that's what I'm feeling anyway. Yeah, so I think the way they communicate might go way, way, way back. I know this is negative. This is what I'm seeing. I think they've gotten away with things in the past, not just with you, but with other people. Because I think people have just ended up just feeling exasperated with this conversation going around and around in circles. And then they just end up letting it go. And then this person, this love connection that you have, they just get away with things. Nothing's done. And then it goes back to normal, so-called normal. So that's what happens. That's this pattern. And that's how they deal with things. That's what I'm seeing. So very, very, very frustrating, especially if you're trying to talk about something important. And this does feel very important to me. If it wasn't important, you wouldn't have been this frustrated. And also, the big, big strong feeling is, take me seriously. I want you to take this seriously. This is serious. This is a serious thing that I'm talking about. I'm getting that very strongly. Okay, so the next card you have, you pass the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, I love this card, obviously. So this does look good, what I'm seeing here. It actually looks like a new start. It feels like a fresh start. Very, very exciting. It actually feels like it feels like you've been stuck with something or stuck in a situation for a while, and this is what's getting you out of it, or this was what was going to get you out of that. So it's like, oh, finally, a fresh start. I can get out of this situation. So that's what it feels like to me. I think this is probably something, it might be a job or a career, something related to that, might be a new job. It's an opportunity, and I think it really has the potential to pull you out of something, an old situation, into a new one. Very good for your money as well. This is the Ace of Pentacles, and freedom as well. I'm seeing freedom because I keep on seeing this kind of cooped up in a situation, being stuck in a situation, being able to get out of that. Might be where you're living, and then this opportunity moves you out of that, makes you feel freer. So yeah, it really feels like getting out of something, and it feels like something that feels like, it really feels like a breakthrough. It feels like, I can get out of this now. I can get into this new thing. You really, really wanted this. You really wanted to do this. It was a big, big step for you. Okay, so I think that's what this is about. I think this person, I think this love connection might have felt like a roadblock to you, in front of this thing, this opportunity, because I keep on getting this. Why don't they listen? Why don't they take this seriously? I want to make this decision. They're not listening. I want to get somewhere. I want to move. I can't because they're kind of in the way. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, to me it feels like you were trying to take them into consideration. You were trying to think about them. You were thinking about their needs, and I don't think they were doing the same for you. So if you feel that this is about you, and if you're still going through all of this, firstly, this is a really great opportunity. It's a fantastic opportunity. If you have the Ace of Pentacles, it's absolutely fantastic. You might actually have to make this decision on your own in the end. If they're refusing to communicate properly, you can't put your life on hold for someone like that. I'm just getting this. You've tried to accommodate them. You've tried to talk to them, and they're just making this go around and around in circles. It's like the conversation's going around and around and around, and it just never actually concludes, never gets anywhere. If they're not working with you, you've got to work with you. You've only got you. That's how that feels. I'm really sorry about this. It's very, very negative, and I'm slurring my words. I know this happens when I get very stressed about something. Okay, so the last card you have, you pass the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this queen's been through a lot, obviously. A lot of people say she's a widow. There's debate about that, but she's been through a lot of heartbreak, a lot of problems, so she has her guard up. So I think you might have been thinking, when it comes to this decision, it just feels like you were thinking something like, I've been on my own before. I'm strong. I've done everything by myself before. If I need to, if I absolutely have to, I can do that again. I can be by myself again. And you can. You can if you want to. Part of you, I think, was prepared to do that, I think. You were left alone at one time in your past by someone else. And I think that was a love connection as well. And you did cope. You coped on your own. You're very strong. But you didn't want to have to do that again. You wanted to bring them with you into this. You wanted them to work with you, not against you. You didn't want to be alone. They weren't working with you. They weren't doing that. And there's this feeling of, I've already been the Queen of Swords. I've had my guard up. I was the Queen of Swords. I had my guard up after this last situation. I let it down. I let it down for you. I let my guard down for you. I don't want to have to put it up again. That's how you're feeling, but I think you might have to, actually. I don't know, but that's the feeling I'm getting. You might have to, because there's a deadline around this. Yeah, it's an opportunity. Again, it looks like a job or something. It might not be, but that's what it looks like. And a decision has to be made. Very, very, very frustrating. I'm really feeling this. Okay, the first card you have your presence, the Six of Cups. Right, okay, there are a few things here. This is a very nice card. Makes me feel a little bit more relaxed. Okay, so I think this is a message to you. I think this is to remind you maybe to go back to someone who you first confided in when you were on your own last time and coping on your own the last time. This is all about going back to things, old things, reunions, can be family. Because I keep on seeing this, you've already been through one really bad situation in your past where you had to leave and you had your guard up after that, like the Queen of Swords. You had responsibilities, you had to cope with everything on your own at that time. And you had some support. That's what I'm seeing in this card. I'm actually seeing, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a woman. Maybe this is a family member. I think she can be a little bit judgmental. I'm seeing some strict opinions, views, might be religious views that she has. But yeah, they're always there. That's what I'm getting. They're always there. Maybe they've said that. I'm always here. I'm always here for you. I'm seeing this woman. This is what I'm seeing. There's a woman and she has this light around her. It looks like an aura. So she's always been there. She'll always be there in the future. And I think what this card's telling you is that you need to go back, reunite with this person, talk to them, talk to this woman, confide in them if you can. You might have held off from doing this, I think, because there's this, judgmental nature of this person. She's very strict on things. I think she has strict rules. I keep on seeing religion. It might not be that, but that's what I'm seeing. This is right, this is wrong, all of that. So maybe you're a bit of afraid of this person's judgment. They might judge your relationship. It might be that. But yeah, I think this is where your help is. This is where your support is. That's what I'm seeing in this card. And, this woman, she stays around you when other people walk away. That's what this is showing you as well. Because if you look here, if you look at this card, it's a little bit small. It's a bit hard to see. But there's a man walking away on the left-hand side. So if this is resonating with you, if you know who this is, I think this is a reminder to you that, other people walk away, other people leave, but she stays with you. So yeah, if you know who this is, talk to them. That's the message in that card. Okay, so the next card you have, your presence, strength. Yeah, you're strong. Again, this is what this is showing you. You are strong. I think you're the strong one in this relationship, actually. And obviously you felt a lot stronger before all this started. Before you were undermined and things went around in circles and you weren't taken seriously. Of course you were stronger before that. Very, very clear situation. I keep on seeing that because someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to hear this. You need to get your strength back. You need to get it back for you. If someone's not taking you seriously, it's time for you to take yourself seriously. If someone's given you this opportunity, and again, I think it might be a job or it might be studying, might be that you've gotten into some prestigious course, university or something that's difficult to get into. It's something big. Very big, because it's the Ace of Pentacles. It's not something that, they just give away to anyone. It's a big thing. So if you've been given this offer, it's because you're good. It's because you're good. You're strong. You know what you're doing. I know it sounds like I'm selling it to you, but what I'm seeing is the things you'll learn if you do this. You have this knowledge forever. No one can take that from you. Look at this infinity symbol above this woman's head. You're going to have that knowledge forever. And you're coming up as this woman in this card. And that doesn't mean you're a woman. You can be a man or a woman. But what this is showing me is you've tried to talk to them. Look at the way this woman is dealing with this lion. She's very gentle. She's patient. She's trying to be reasonable. She's trying to, do everything for them, communicate. You've tried. I think you've tried just about anything, everything. If they won't discuss things with you after you've tried absolutely everything, if they won't talk to you properly, you might have no choice. You might just have to make this decision on your own. That's what I'm seeing. I can't say it any other way. I just have to say what's there. Okay. So the last card you have, your presence, the Five of Swords. I hate to say this because if you're going through this, I know you're struggling with this, but this is a message. You can see what this is. You know, that's why I lay the cards out like this, so that you can see what I'm talking about here very clearly. The two men in this card, they're obviously walking away from this man. So, you know, and also this card can be about fighting a battle that no one wins. And to you, you don't want to be fighting a battle. You don't want that. That's not what you're trying to do. It's not about who wins for you. It's about working together to come up with a solution. And it takes two people to do that. And it might be about who wins for them, because I was seeing in this Two of Pentacles, this up, down, up, down. I'll have my say, you have your say, mine, yours, yours. So it feels like that. So, okay, so it might be that you have to walk away from them, which is what's in this card. It might not be that. It might be some kind of an ultimatum, because the feeling I'm getting is deep down you don't want to do that. You don't want to walk away from them. You've been through this before with someone else. Not this exact same scenario, but you've had to walk away from someone else in the past, which I'm seeing all over this reading. And you don't want to have to do that again. And you care for them, otherwise you would just walk away. But yeah, with this decision, I think you probably are just going to have to make it the decision on your own. And with this ultimatum, you might have to say something like, you know, take me or leave me, but I'm doing this. It might have to come to that. So I think if you make this decision on your own, and it's a decision to do this, they might have the decision to either come with you or stay behind. It might have to come to that. So that's what I'm seeing in that card. Okay, so the first card you have for your future is the Empress. Okay, this whole reading is about this one thing. I can't help it. Very, very strong. It's all giving me a very, very, very clear thing here. So I have to say what I see. Just had to say that. Okay, so this decision and everything around it, I think it might be extra stressful for you as well for another reason. I think you have people depending on you. I think you might have children depending on you. It might be that. I'm seeing more than one, so it might be two. Might not be, but that's what I'm seeing. Now, doesn't have to be. The other thing I'm seeing here is you might be the person who's the most financially responsible as well out of the two of you. Because if you look at this card, there's a whole lot of wheat growing in front of this Empress. And wheat used to be a form of currency, because obviously it provides food for people. And, you know, people used to trade it. They used to trade wheat instead of currency at one time. So, yeah, you're probably bringing in the bread, literally, the wheat in this relationship. It doesn't have to be all, but it's a substantial amount. So, you have the right to have a big say in this for a lot of reasons. Well, you do anyway, but this kind of is showing me that there's another reason why you should have a big say in this. And yeah, this new opportunity, whether that's work or studying, that's going to lead to work later on, this has the potential to bring you more money, more of the same. So, you know, this decision would really be a very, very easy one for you to make if it was down to you. And I think it will have to be down to you, actually. But you don't feel that at this time. You still feel as if you have to kind of have this person's agreement. And I can understand why. Because I think you do feel for them. You love them. Otherwise, you wouldn't be stuck like this. If you didn't love them, you'd just walk off. But you're not doing that. So very, very, very frustrating. Still getting that frustration here. The whole reading is like that. Okay, so the next card you have for your future is the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I hate seeing this for you because there's this big struggle inside you. So if this is for you, if it's not for you, whoever it's for, it really feels like you're in between these two things, like a tug of war. And you love these two things. You love the opportunity and you love the person. That's what I'm getting. And you're kind of in between the two. So what you'd really love to happen deep down, I think, is to be able to say yes to this and have this person on board as well, but they're not with you. That's the reality. You know, you want to get a yes or no answer from them, and you're not getting that. You're not getting anything coming from them. So again, I think it might have to be what I'm seeing in the Five of Swords. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. I'm going forward whether you like it or not. It's up to you. Do you want to come with me or not? So I think this card's telling you, move forward, even if it hurts you, because this man's injured. Move forward, and it might have to be on your own. Or it might be that there's some kind of ultimatum. So I think you are going to say this. You are going to say something like, take it or leave it, take me or leave me. I'm going to do this. I don't know, but it might come to that. It might be that they come with you, might be that they stay behind, or it might be that you go first and then they come later. There might be that as well. But this card's showing me you reluctantly, sadly, feeling very tired, walking out on your own like this man. I'm sorry to say, that's what I'm seeing. I know I'm going to get a lot of negative comments because I know this isn't going to be what a lot of people want to hear. And it's not what I want to hear either. I don't want to hear this, but it's what I'm seeing. So there we are. Okay. The last card you have, your future, is the King of Cups. Yeah, okay, so if you look at this king, he's very he's sitting there very, very still. He's not moving. We can't tell what he's thinking. We don't know what he's doing. He's got all these emotions around him, all this water surrounding him, lots and lots of emotions going up and down, but he's still in the middle of these emotions. He's almost poker-faced. It's like that. So I'm not saying you're poker-faced, but you do keep a lot in, and that's what I was seeing in the Two of Pentacles. It was like, oh, this is going backwards and forwards. I'm just going to retreat. I'm just going to go quiet. So I think that's what's happening again here. Now, you're a coper. You like to be organised. You like to have things together, especially for these people you're caring for. Again, I'm seeing these people, and again, might be children, doesn't have to be. But I think there's going to have to be a time when you let these emotions out at some time, because it's very, very stressful. I've got it all inside me, so I can only imagine what it's like for you if this is your reading. So talk to someone. Please talk to someone who feels safe to you, if this is what you're going through. I'm seeing this person in the Six of Cups, and that, this person who's really close to you, this woman. She'd love to talk to you. That's what I'm getting. But yeah, I was getting a bit of judgment around this. So if you don't feel that they're the right person to talk to, find someone else. Find someone, even if it's a counsellor, anyone, even someone online, because this feels very alone to me. It feels like you've got this big weight, this big decision, and it just feels like you're carrying it alone. And the very person who should be with you on this, who you should be able to talk to on this, about this, you can't. You can't talk to them. So let this out somewhere to someone. Yeah, I just really hope this reading reaches the right person, because it's very tense, very, very stressful. So yeah, that's all I really want to say about that. I'm just going to finish it there, because I'm going to finish this